If you ever spent time in a big city, you know that parking garages are absolute cash cows. You might as well just print cash. So the question tonight is, should the city of Fargo spend $10 million on a new parking garage? Obviously, to help alleviate some of the parking issues. That was part of the conversation tonight at the Fargo City Commission meeting. He hustled over here right afterwards. Fargo City Commissioner Tony Gehrig, great to have you in studio. Limited amount of time, so I want to get right to some things quickly. First question is, we just talked about this refugee resettlement program with Rob Port as a city leader, and you see what's going on here. And lots of different points of view in this. Your thoughts on refugees coming to our community?
I have as much effect on someone else coming into our city as you do. So if they come to us, we'll try to find jobs for them. Having a good community, a strong workforce is what I can help with that. Other than that, I have no opinion on whether they should or shouldn't come to our city.
Clearly jobs for them. Well said, Mr. Politician. All right, let's talk about tonight's commission meeting. A lot of things going on. What was the most contentious item tonight?
Well, we did talk about a little bit about flood with Oxbow, but the big item for me was the parking garage. And what they did was they proposed a $10.3 million garage that we honestly don't know if that's going to be the number. We don't know how many of those spots are going to be taken right away from the businesses in the area. We've never asked that question. At least it never has come to me. I talked to Downtown Partnership about that, and they said, well, we can try to reach out and do these type of things, and that takes time to talk to business owners and say, how many parking spots would you be up for paying for, basically? And we're looking for partners. We want the private sector, I want the private sector to spearhead this, not the city of Fargo, not the residents of Fargo. So it's a big issue. $10.3 million is the first garage, and they're talking about putting 6 or more of these in downtown Fargo over the coming years. And the really big sticking point, the rub here is that they're not going to ask the taxpayers for that money. They're just going to go ahead and do it. There's not going to be a public vote on this. So they developed development zones, which means as long as they have a super majority, which they do, I was the only dissent vote, they can go ahead and build these garages for 10 million, 12 million, however many million they want.
But I think to be the devil's advocate here is that, look, this is why we had the election, to put you in the seat, to put Dave Pepcorn and other city leaders in those seats to go and handle those things and take care of them so we don't have to go and have another vote on a $10 million project here, $10 million project there. Don't you agree?
Not if it's going to be in succession. So this is, in essence, a $70+ million project that they're doing piecemeal. So maybe that's more palatable for some people. But when you have these big ticket items like a convention center, like the Civic Center, City Hall, I think these are items that can and should go to the people for their vote.
Really? Every time one of these things piecemeals comes up, take it to the city, let them vote on it, and
you're talking 50, 70, $100 million.
I know, but that's why we elected you, right? That's why we have these city commissioners and leaders to go take care of that stuff.
I don't trust anybody that much, Chris.
Well said. So speaking of that, let's talk about one of the things that I think was really troubling when you and I talked off the air was you had a meeting, correct me if I missed this, but with the downtown parking district or something to that effect, like a day before you found out about this, and they disclosed nothing to you about what was happening here. So kind of walk us through this.
There was a big breakdown in communications. So I got approached by one of the city workers, and they said, here's kind of an idea of what we want to do with parking downtown. Now, I had no idea that was going to be on the agenda on Monday. That was, what, 10 days ago. On Thursday, I look at the agenda, and I see this is on the agenda. This is the first I'd heard of it. And all I had was a piece of paper with a picture on it saying, here's kind of what we're looking at doing. I have no background information about how much the real cost of this is going to be. I have no information about who the partners are going to be for this.
So do you think these people purposely did not disclose this information to you?
I wouldn't say that. I would say there's obviously some sort of breakdown. And Mike Williams made a point during the commission meeting. He said this is all public knowledge. But as we know, there's so much information floating around that unless you're sat down and told, here's the big ticket items that we're talking about right now, you're not going to get that information. I have my own liaisons, he has his, and when big items come like this, you got to be able to talk to other commissioners and say, here's the big ticket items we're talking about. What do you think? What kind of information do you need? We don't know how we're going to pay for this. There's an idea that it might be covered through a TIF, through other means, but the reality is it's going to be $750,000 per year in just debt services to pay for this parking garage over the next 20+ years.
And you heard my lead. I mean, any city you go into, you look at parking garages, they're like, you might as well just mint money out of these deals. So why doesn't the private sector come in and do this?
Well, it's a good point. Now, we're a mid-sized city, so parking isn't as lucrative as it is in, say, Minneapolis. But to your point, the big argument is, hey, if we build these garages, we're going to see a boom in the economy in downtown Fargo. They'll be full, there'll be more businesses coming. If the downtown partnership really believed that, if downtown business owners really believed that, they would build these garages already, and it wouldn't have to come to the taxpayers to build these. The honest truth is we're taking a lot of risk, a $10 million plus risk on saying that this will create more business downtown, and it's my fear that we're creating a bubble downtown. Unless we continue to pump taxpayer dollars into this area, will it grow? And that's the big question. And right now they're saying, no, it won't. We need more and more. and that's a classic bubble.
Well, I think they'd point at the Renaissance Zone and go, hey, you know, some people question that. Look what that's done, obviously, for downtown. Quickly, crime rates appear to be up, in particular crime arenas. Now the search is down to 4 people for a new police chief. Your thoughts of where this is going and what's going on?
The process is really fantastic. So I talked to Dave Pepcorn about just this process, and he pointed out that it's not just an interview and then they decide who they're going to pick. They have scenarios they run them through. They have get-together where they're all in the same room and they kind of throw it at a discussion point, and all these guys talk with each other. Of course, they do have interviews, but they have like a mock interview with a media person, stuff like that. So they really go through a rigmarole to see how good these guys are on their feet, what they're thinking, and we have some fantastic candidates, to include 2 from our own Fargo City Police Department.
Should be interesting where that goes from there. Thank you so much for hustling over here after the meeting. I appreciate it.
Good job on the Bison game, by the way.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that as well. It was a little bit rocky for a while, but I didn't kill the clutch completely. Stay with us when we come back. We'll talk about our top trenders today, and at the end of the show, the miracle at MSUM. I'm going to give you my thoughts on this, and a big week here, obviously, in the Valley with the UND-NDSU game going head-to-head for the first time since 2003. Call us on our hotline. Let us know your thoughts. Should Fargo be spending $10 million on a parking project? We'll be right back.